Hey, what's up, everybody? I just kind of wanted to go over today why it's important to get certain things done before your parents pass away. Fortunately for me, both my parents are alive, but I've thought a lot about this and seen other people's scenarios where maybe they didn't have the most optimal scenarios because maybe they were the younger child of the family and their father had them almost as a surprise child when they got older. But in general, it doesn't matter. Nobody's promised tomorrow, especially in a world of car accidents, plane accidents, or just even things that can happen. Someone could be perfectly healthy, but may have not paid attention to one part of their health, and then all of a sudden been hospitalized for that. For me, I used to have a six pack. I very clearly don't anymore. But after kind of quitting those party habits that you will of like, drinking, smoking, doing drugs and stuff like that when you're younger, that because you think are cool, when you get to the realization in your mid 20s that that stuff is not cool and not actually fun, you may, enjoy your life in other ways. Trying new restaurants, was kind of the new drugs as you get older and the new way to be cool. But unfortunately, I got diabetes from that. So, there's ups and downs to everything. I'm a lot healthier actually than when I had a six pack, believe it or not, from all the pre workout and the things I was doing in general and doing to get hyped up before I got to the gym. I don't miss any of that stuff. I don't like any of it. Even if it's in front of me, I won't do it. Me personally, I just smoke weed like once every 2 weeks now, and I'll have one beer and fall asleep maybe every few months or whatever. I don't get drunk. I get a little uncomfortable if I get like stoned as opposed to being just baked. Um, and yeah, same with being drunk. I don't feel comfortable being drunk. But point being is that there could be other health problems that are there. And even though I'm healthier from when I looked like I was healthy when I had a six pack with all that stuff, I'm actually healthier now, even with the diabetes, but it doesn't mean it's not something to not take care of. So, in terms of watching your health and making sure that you get things done before your parents pass away, you want to basically get your career goals and all the things that you want your parents to see kind of out the way. There's a lot of different topics, so I'm just kind of thinking about which ones to really go over first. So, for me, there was a lot of different things. I finished my degree at 28. My parents wanted me to finish my degree, so I was able to make them proud. They were able to see, for example, like my Oregon Ducks team. They've kind of really come a long way. I've always been a fan of the Oregon Ducks since I was a kid, even though my degree is from Colorado Tech. I've always loved Oregon and Nebraska. Those are my two teams. And for them to win the Big Ten championship and kind of rise together as a team, hit certain sports achievements. It was nice to celebrate that with my parents. I'm also a Vegas Golden Knights fan and a Colorado Avalanche fan. As you know, the Golden Knights just went to the Stanley Cup championship, and in 22 and 23, Colorado won, and Golden Knights won the championship for hockey, which is called the Stanley Cup Final. For those of you who don't know, I'm an Eagles fan. It's just been a good few years for me. There was plenty of years 10, 15 years ago where none of my teams were hitting, minus the Golden Knights because they weren't a team back then. Um, but being an Eagles and a Titans fan, it was nice to celebrate the Titans getting the one seed in 2021 with my parents, followed by the Eagles getting in 2022, then going to the Super Bowl, losing it, and then after already winning in 2018, but then also again winning in 2025. So celebrating important moments like that, I got a lot of weird teams for basketball, it's the Pistons and Bulls, and then for baseball, it's the Athletics and White Sox. So whatever teams I liked as a kid, I stuck with. I'm not a fair weather fan, but that's another video for another time. Point is, I got to celebrate those with my parents. And I got to celebrate the ups and downs. The Stanley Cup final loss this year, I got to celebrate as a down. But winning in 2023, I got to celebrate that as an up. But that's what makes life beautiful. I got a motorcycle while my parents are alive. More importantly, while I didn't have a girlfriend this time around because she'll never let you have a motorcycle. Um, but point being is that I got to have a motorcycle. I got to do that. I basically built my parents' basement as my own place. I have an outdoor kitchen as well too. So I have a walkout basement, private entrance, and in the old house, I would have probably moved out if I didn't have all that stuff. But I really wanted to set up and I show my parents that I was a good kid 10 years ago when we moved and that I do deserve this. And it's not necessarily that I'm entitled to it, but I want to be close with my family. I want to stay here. I want to I was already close with my family, but I want to show that I'm even closer. I want to be here for my parents. I want to take care of the chores. I want their presence. I want them to matter, you know? So you're not going to get this time back. Right now, I'm in between jobs right now. So I've been taking the time to shoot the basketball around, play catch with my father, things at age 31 that most 31-year-olds don't get to do. And when it's time to turn it into high gear and start applying for jobs for 3 hours a day, daily, it's what I do. I manage that time accordingly. I got my parents never even liked the idea of a dog growing up, of having Indian parents. I got 7 animals in the house already by now. Sorry, eight. My bad. Six of them passed away from natural lifespans. And one of those being the dog. So I have another dog right now, and I have a guinea pig as well. But I loved having our little zoo, and we had 8 animals in the house. It was amazing, and I got to experience that with my parents. My parents had known every single animal that I brought home by surprise. I brought them all by surprise anyway, but in a reasonable manner. You don't just bring home all eight at once. Okay, I brought one dog home by surprise. One dog they got me in the summer of 2008. I brought both guinea pigs, both rabbits, all three guinea pigs, both rabbits, and my sister got the hedgehog home all by surprise. And they loved all of them. And now, actually, all the animals minus the guinea pig and the surprise dog have all passed away. And my parents miss them a whole lot, actually. So at the end, it's almost like they loved having him in their lives. But you got to be in accordance. Like if I was just a loser, not trying to educate myself, not working a proper job at the time, not doing stuff around the house, and just being an idiot watching TV. And some days I have those days too, but I don't do it consistently. So if I was just wasting my life, then my parents would not be okay with me bringing those animals in the house. And even if they did let me keep them because they love animals too, they would not be happy about that situation, or at least happy with the fact that I was doing nothing. That would be considered some bullshit. But I don't do that. Okay, yeah, do I have some bullshit days here and there? Yeah, but I don't keep it consistent like that. I'm not going to be a loser, you know? Um that's the other thing as well too, in terms of get the experiences you want. In terms of like the way I tell the neighbor's kid across the street, he's 20, he kind of struggles with that. I was like, don't ever cause harm to your parents, but sometimes parents may say no to things, but you do them anyway. Like my parents have a beautiful deck, but before they got it remodeled, it was still beautiful, but it didn't have a deck gate in the front. And once I just said, no, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, the, after I put it on, they were like, "Oh my god, it's awesome! I really can't see us not having a deck without it," you know. And sometimes you just got to go ahead and do it. I didn't harm my parents by putting a deck gate. I improved what they had, you know. So, yeah. But anyway, point being is that have the experiences you want and do the things you want. Go get educated, get a degree. Life is not successful unless you're making your loved ones proud, and if you can't make them proud while they're alive, well then are you truly successful? Like uh at least do better later is better than never. Holy shit, like I said, go get a degree, have the experiences you want, show your parents you can be financially stable, get the animals you want, do the house projects you want, depending on what size house you have. When my parents came from India, we had an apartment. I can't exactly do the same house projects that I have now when we have a big yard, a big fenced in yard with a walkout basement and 4 rooms upstairs, which they worked very hard to get. So show your parents you can work hard in this lifetime while they're alive. What's the point of getting all this money if you can't even show it to them? It one day everybody's parents is gonna pass. That's how it's supposed to go. But while they're alive and when they go, show them that they feel confident that their kid is financially stable enough and morally grounded enough to where they don't have to worry when they go. Okay, that's the big goal. I still have lots of improvements to make, but compared to 10 years ago, holy shit, I've done a lot. And some, you might think like, oh, a 21 to 31-year-old, of course a 31-year-old is going to have it together by then, but it requires effort, work, and some people are not only still not there, but they're even worse than what they were in high school at this age. It's horrible to see, you know? Like, I know someone, I had to stop being friends with them. He just sits around all day and gets fucked up. Does nothing all day. His parents pay for everything and still throws a tantrum like a fucking child and literally blames them for everything. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up and go get your shit together. Stop being a little bitch. It's already one thing to be like that verbally with your parents, but it's an extra slap in the face to not do anything, you know? So I would definitely recommend do all the experiences you have. Also, too, especially as a guy, there's some people out there that'll make fun of you, like, oh, you gotta follow your parents' rules, or some girls even too. But then that same girl will make you follow even more rules when she tries to fucking sucker you into living with her. Then, dude, you got out of you made fun of me for following my parents' rules, and now I gotta hide and sneak around even more when I'm with you. Not like sneaking around with other women, but just to sneak around to get some free time. I remember seeing a video where this wife was like filming her husband, and she's like, "Look what my husband does instead of actually taking care of the bathroom repairs." And it's sad that he's got to live his life like that just to get a little freedom. Dude, that is your parents' house, bro. Who cares what other people say? The bitching about what car you drive, or the fact you want a motorcycle, or the fact that you live at home, or you're mama's boy, or you help around. Who cares? They'll make your life a living hell when you're out with them. Even friends, when they try to be your roommates, they'll make you do worse things. Fuck those people. Forget them. You know what I mean? Like, just do what you want to do. Go get the car you want while saving the money, while making your parents' bills less. Go provide food for help them out with everything. Go fill that grocery fridge up with groceries. Go get the motorcycle you want. Go be a fucking kid. How many people get to play catch and shoot the basketball hoop, jump on a trampoline, swim in the pool, go to the gym at the time they want in the day? Like, I could walk out. I don't, but I could walk out completely unclothed in my backyard. I don't. But if I want to walk out with shorts or something like that, like, I can do all that here. I can run around like a child that has an adult vibe to him, obviously. And nobody's going to notice because my backyard is so private. But I can do that in my parents' house. Look, my parents just stepped out to go play badminton. I can go, Hadi! And there's no wife over there to literally say anything to me. You know? I got my dog right here. He's taking a nap. But I can do the things I want to do, and you have a backup as well too. Especially if you have pets, you can travel while having your parents be able to take care of them. Not all the time to where it's BS, but have like some purpose by having animals in your life, and then also be able to travel and go where the things you want to go, knowing they're safe. You know, and some of those, I hate to say it, some of those friends that say like, "Oh, you live at home." I know one guy used to say that when to one person when he left his dog with him, when because you can't trust friends, he beat the dog. Those same people are looking to get one over you. Don't screw them, you know? So at the end of the day, do what you want. Do everything you want to do. If you want to get a boat, if you want to get a jet ski, if you want to get a motorcycle, if you want to get a trampoline and be a kid, if you want to get a pool, who cares if it's at your parents' house? That's part of the years. It's not Billy Bob Joe's house. You know, he's gonna say, "Oh, what'd you get? What'd you spend that much money for a house that's not yours?" Because it's my parents' house. This is more, even if it's not my house, it's more mine than it is yours because they bought this for me, for their kids, not you and your family, them and their family. Okay? Do the things you want to do. If you want to hop around with your dick in the backyard, go do it. If you want to if you want to get a vehicle and park it under your deck, which I'm able to do at this place, not so much the other place because we didn't have a deck at the other place, but even at the other place, the vehicles that I want to get the car you want, get the motorcycle you want, save the money you want, do the things you want to do, get educated, have the best job you can, save as much money as you can while providing a better experience for your parents and for yourself, and then marry someone that's on that same kind of level and same kind of vibe. Otherwise, it's going to be constant arguments all the time. You know? Get the Pokemon cards you want. Play the video games you want. I just played Uncharted. You know? You know how many girls would just, even though they do nothing all day, that would say, "Oh, why are you sitting around playing video games? You don't do anything," while they sit around and watch TV and do nothing. Ugh. Ugh. Ew, brother. You know, fucking like, that's fucked up, you know? So do everything that you want before life makes you do what it wants you to do, okay? Right now, I could run a whole lab in my basement. I could create a robot dog while also putting stem cells together to recreate the dire wolf, which has already been done, but I can literally do that down here. You know how many morons are working? "Oh, I came home from a welding job and my stupid wife didn't even cook dinner. I'm truck driver Joe. I literally came home to this after having some lot lizards at the goddamn and I came home and I freaking nothing's done at the home, or my wife's bitching about something, and then it's time to start work all over in the work day again." You know, like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do any of that. Go fuck yourself. You know? Ugh, fucking slap me silly and call me Sally and put lipstick on me like a bitch. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not doing any of that shit. Ugh. Ugh, I'm so glad I got the greatest set of parents in the world. And those people that don't have good families, they will tell you every time that your good family is not good. Don't listen to them. Give them a nice, warm, beautiful slap in the fucking face and tell them to get the fuck out. So, yeah, do everything you want to do before your parents die.